je suis vraiment frustrée. Le label fait rien pour mes...
Good morning, good evening, rather, from Johnson City, Tennessee. Yeah, first of all, apologies for last week's episode. I don't know what I was on about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, here's a clip from all the excitement that you missed last week. Yeah, not my best work. That's okay. But we're back today. We're in good spirits. We're in great spirits, actually. Today, people, we are going on another expedition into the wild, into the unknown, if you will. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are once again venturing off into the great region known as Appalachia to explore another mystery on the map. Today, we are once again exploring the region with no real plan set in place. We're going to be getting into my car. I script everything out, and I was supposed to actually do this whole bit outside of the car, and that line didn't make sense from inside the car, so I had to come out. We're going to be getting into my car, and then once we do that, we're going to drive my car in one single direction until we end up in a town that we've never been in before. You've seen the show, people. You know how it works. We get to the town, we walk through the town, we learn about the town as we're in the town. You know how it works, people. The direction I have picked for today, obviously we're venturing into Appalachia once again. We are going to be going north, kind of northwest slightly. Also, as usual, as I'm sure you could probably see, it's nighttime. It's becoming a habit. I don't know why these are always filmed at night, but you know, what do you want me to do? Part of this show now. It's like becoming a tradition, I guess. I don't know. But because we're a little bit behind already, we're gonna go ahead and get on the road. Before we do, I want to remind you, as usual, to please like this video. Just hit the button, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get on the road. We will see you wherever we end up next momentarily. Well, here we are once again in the absolute middle of nowhere for the 30th time. Welcome back, everybody, and officially welcome to our primary destination for this evening. This is St. Paul, Virginia. St. Paul is located right here on the map. I originally said that the city was located slightly northwest. That's actually incorrect. St. Paul is almost directly north from Johnson City. We will do what we typically do. I'm just going to start at the start of the city, walk through the city, and give you some facts about it as we walk through it. So this right here is basically where the city starts. Once you come off the highway entering St. Paul, you've got this gas station, and then some kind of Ford dealership situation. Here you have the entrance into the actual city. It's freaking cold out here. It's about 30 degrees. I just checked a second ago. Anyway, this right here is the start. So this is St. Paul, obviously on the Clinch, that being the Clinch River, which is somewhere in that there direction. There is a bit of interesting history about St. Paul that I will talk about in just a little bit, but a lot of the story is the same as a lot of the coal mining towns in this region of America. However, this is not really necessarily like deep in coal mining territory. We're kind of on the outskirts of whatever that is, whatever that would be. So the reason that the city exists is mostly because of the coal mines, but there is some other stuff going on as well, so it's not like all of the story like other places like Fleming Neon, Kentucky, which I seem to reference all the time now. It's not quite like that. It's not, it certainly is not nearly the same vibe. There are businesses that are open for one thing, so that's always a positive. The town looks very cute, to be honest. It just looks, I mean, it looks pretty well put together. It gives like good old mountain city type Appalachia vibes, like it's your usual thing. I've got to start getting up earlier to film these videos because you have a non-chain pizza store here. Could have been a perfect opportunity for a pizza review, but obviously that's not going to happen today, unfortunately. What a shame. You can really tell too sometimes by looking at just the front of the building if they likely make good pizza or not. And this just looks like your standard place that would make a slapping pizza. Anyway, we're going to get into the boring stuff really quickly, so here's that. Okay. St. Cloud, that's in Minnesota. I'm not in Minnesota. St. Paul. St. Paul is a town in both Russell and Wise counties in the U.S. state of Virginia in the United States. It is home to the Virginia City Hybrid Energy Center. It's so cold out here. If I'm slurring my words, deal with it. It's freaking, hey Siri. Yeah, how cold is it out here? 30 degrees. So deal with it. My mouth ain't moving properly. Anyway, it is home to the Virginia City Hybrid Energy Center, which provides power to over 150,000 homes in the local area. However, due to the Virginia Clean Economy Act of 2020, the power plant is being required to close all operations before the year's end of 2045. I don't know why that information is important necessarily, but that was like the first thing on the overview of like the city overview. I don't know why that's important, but yeah, there's that piece of information for you. This particular region of Appalachia is referred to as the Ridge and Valley Appalachians or Appalachians. These areas throughout this region historically have been home to, I think, many indigenous tribes, many indigenous settlements rather, for thousands of years. However, St. Paul actually began as a French Huguenot settlement in 1791, I believe, during the Cherokee American Wars. Since the inception of Wise County in 1858, it has been located partially in Wise and partly in the older Russell County. It was formally incorporated as a town in 1911. The St. Paul Historic District and Virginia City Church are listed on the National Register of Historic Places. St. Paul has several annual historical celebrations, one being the Santa Train. The Santa Train goes from eastern Kentucky, southwest Virginia, and ends in Kingsport, Tennessee. The Santa Train makes 14 stops along the way while Santa Claus throws out gifts to children. So, you know, I don't really care about Santa Claus at the moment after seeing that pizza shop. I really want some pizza at the moment. I'm really upset with myself, to be really honest with you. Yeah, I mean, this one's kind of interesting. It's it's a town. They're all towns. That's all I do here on this channel. I'm always in some random city in the middle of nowhere. No one knows anything about it unless you're from the area. I mean, obviously it's not big enough to have any kind of real nightlife. This is a Saturday night. You know, it's like midnight or something, so there ain't nothing going on here. I'm standing right in the middle of the street. There's not been a single soul walk by the entire time I've been here. So the same vibe as like 90% of the rest of my videos, but it does look cuter. I'll give you that. St. Paul. I think I'm gonna get through the rest of the boring stuff, and then I'll probably get the hell out of this place, because hey, have I mentioned it's 30 degrees outside? You try standing out here in 30-degree weather. See how you like it. That's what I thought. You see my breath? What does that tell you? It's freaking cold out here, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody's in trouble. Alright, anyway, as previously mentioned, St. Paul is a town in both Russell and Wise counties in the U.S. state of Virginia and the United States. It is not a part of any core-based statistical area or any metropolitan division. The population was 959 at the 2010 census and 847 at the 2020 census, representing a population decline of 11.68%. This is a graph of the historical population of St. Paul existing since 1920, with the largest boom occurring in the 1940s during the baby boom era after World War II. The current racial composition of the city is as follows: 97.9% white, and less than 1% of any other race was represented by a single racial category, which is a bit strange because there's usually at least more than 1% of some other race, but it's very predominantly white here. Economics: the median household income was $24,833. The median income for a family was $39,125 annually, and the percent of residents below the poverty line was 19.3%. The city has no official flag, but they do have an official logo as seen here. They use the area code 276, and it is located in the UTC 5 time zone, except for the summer months when it is in the UTC 4 time zone for observing Eastern Daylight Time. But it is mostly located in Russell County, which is comprised of 11 unincorporated communities, 3 census-designated places, and 4 official towns, being Honaker, Cleveland, St. Paul, and Lebanon, which is also the county seat for Russell County. The population for Russell County as of 2023 was 25,477. So there you go. I really hate to cut this video short, but I'm freezing. To the great people of St. Paul, thank you very much for having me. I really have to get out of here. I have to go home, warm up, and get a pizza. And might I suggest you go and do the same thing, people. Go and live your life. Go and get a pizza. You deserve it. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Just go and do it. Live your life, dude. You're welcome. Alright, I'm getting out of this place. Thank you all very much for watching this video, supporting the channel. Once again, please like the video if you liked it. If you didn't, just do it anyway. Subscribe to me. That's gonna do it for today. Yeah, St. Paul. We'll see you later, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.